Hi.
So we've got some more on our mind this week, and we've decided to not talk about credit cards versus debit cards. Instead, we are going to talk about fear and investing.
Yeah, when you share your personal finances so publicly like we do, if you subscribe to our newsletter, you know we share our expenses, income, and net worth every month, you're bound to get some criticisms, and we expected that. We knew that going into this. One of the emails we get most frequently is, what is our plan, since so obviously the American economy is shrinking or collapsing or bursting or declining or otherwise doomed. Normally these emails have a tone of personal attack against us, and so we don't really counter with an argument. We just say, you know, we can't predict the future and move on with our day. But last week we got an email from someone who seemed to have a very genuine fear of investing and was looking to overcome it and was asking for advice. And it turns out, once we put stuff down on paper, that we actually have a pretty strong opinion about it.
Okay, so to begin with, we need to understand that fear is a very powerful tool. It used to be a survival instinct that would protect us from predators, but now it is something that is used to often exploit us. It forces us to draw lines in the sand and form opinions about things that we otherwise just wouldn't care about.
So we're not gonna go too in-depth into this, just recognize that if the fear of not finding a mate can be used to sell deodorant,
because first impressions count,
the fear of the economy collapsing is profitable to somebody.
At this point, half of you are nodding your head in agreement, and the other half are probably yelling, but this time could be different. Fortunately though, for all of us, this time probably isn't different.
Now I'm only 27 years old, so I don't have any anecdotal evidence to support this. But a quick search on the internet will reveal that people have been saying this time is different for about the last 100 years. My personal favorite is Time magazine in 1987, right after Black Monday. They say, after a wild week on Wall Street, the world is different. Except it wasn't.
In fact, since the Great Depression, there have been 78 different good reasons to not invest in the stock market, like the excess profits tax in 1951, or the recession of '82, the worst in 40 years.
But those that have overcome their fear of the stock market have been rewarded with a slow, steady march upward over time.
All right, you might say, what if this time really is different?
Honestly, who cares? What are you or I going to do about it? The way I see it, we have two options. We can either assume this bubble is bound to burst and use it as an excuse not to better our financial situation, or we can accept that the world has its problems and realize that we can really only control our own situations.
And if the global economy does collapse, then money is not what we are going to be worrying about. We are going to be out collecting rainwater and foraging for food.
I'm not going to be worried about my retirement account balance at that point. More than likely though, the economy will continue to grow and prosper as it always has, and we'll be better prepared financially than ever. But the funny part is, by preparing for the best case scenario, we're actually more prepared for the worst case scenario.
Financial independence is built on a foundation of self-reliance, adaptability, discipline, and personal responsibility.
Those all seem like pretty good qualities to have in a hits-the-fan situation. So to answer your question, maybe one day the economy will collapse, but no, that doesn't change any of our plans.
What do you think about all the doom and gloom in the media?
We'll see you on Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.